So today I'll be doing a video discussing Meliodas' new sacred treasure revealed and why we are going to get revealed to Meliodas' new sacred treasure. Now, we know that after Meliodas has become the Demon King, he cannot still use the same weapon that he's been using since the first season, and I believe that this will lead to him getting a new sacred treasure. And we know that each of the sins, they all have sacred treasures that relate back to their clan. We see that King, he has Chastafol, which was made from the fairy tree itself, and we see all of the cool maneuvers and all of the cool different transformations it can do. And we also do know that Escanor, he has the divine axe of Rita, which actually does come from a maiden, which is most likely somebody who is from the goddess clan who was loved by the sun, which goes to show you that Escanor's grace, the goddess clan, that all does tie into the divine axe of Rita. And now that Meliodas is the Demon King, he will need a new sword that can match his Demon King graceness. And we know that his current sacred treasure is the Demon Sword of Lost Vein, and we see that it is a curved short sword with the dragon emblem on the hilt, and this is the iconic weapon that Meliodas uses from the very beginning. And we saw that early on he actually did sell this weapon 10 years ago just so that he could start and have funds for the boar hat. So yo, that just goes to show you how serious Meliodas is when it comes to the boar hat. But no, in all seriousness, we know that while he was saving King Arthur, Meliodas' sword that he got from Liz, it was broken in that battle. But we saw that Merlin, after Meliodas did sell his sword to so that he could start up the boar hat, Merlin, she did buy the sword, and during the battle, that's when she did give it back to Meliodas, and that is when he did retrieve his obviously his sacred treasure, being the Demon Sword Lost Vein. And we actually did find out that its secret ability is basically physical clone, which allows him to make 6 different clones at the same time. But not only that, each of his clones can use full counters. So yeah, all of his clones are dangerous, and Meliodas doesn't really take any damage that the clones take. So Meliodas' current sacred treasure is pretty good, but I believe that he is in store for an upgrade. And I believe that his new upgrade will be the Sword of the Demon King. Yes, you guys heard me. The same sword that the Demon King uses. I believe that Meliodas will use that as his final sacred treasure. And I believe this is going to happen simply because, number one, he is now the Demon King, or at least he has strength that is on par with the Demon King. So it only makes sense that he can use his weapon. And we know that Meliodas' first weapon, it was a huge sword. The sword that he used to use to kill angels. It was a huge sword similar to how the Demon King used, and I believe it will be very reminiscent. It will be very throwback if they did bring back Meliodas with that look, but instead this time he wouldn't use it to slay angels. He would actually use the sword for good. And we know that the Demon King, he is growing weak, and he wants to basically get a new vessel for power. So what if the reason why he wants something that strong is so that he could actually wield his sword again? But this time Meliodas, he will be the wielder of the new Demon King sword, and that will be his new and final sacred treasure. Comment what you guys see down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.